Think back to one summer when you were a kid, 10 weeks that felt like it might never end. School finishing, a birthday, a holiday, more summer. Now rewind 12 months of your adult life. What actually happened? For most of us, whole stretches of it just aren't there. Some of that's simple maths. When you were 5, 1 year was a fifth of your entire life so far. By 20, it's 5%. By 40, it's 2.5. The calendar hasn't changed, but the size of a year, measured against everything you've already lived, keeps shrinking. 2.5%. That's the entire footprint of 1 year, once you've turned 40, a rounding error next to the decades already behind you. But the maths is only half of it. Your brain doesn't file away routine days in much detail. There's nothing new to note. A fortnight somewhere unfamiliar, on the other hand, leaves memory markers everywhere. New streets, new faces, new decisions, all day long. Which is why, looking back, the unfamiliar stretches out and the routine collapses to almost nothing. Put a number on that gap, and it's stark. A 2-week trip somewhere unfamiliar can leave you with dozens of distinct, retrievable memories. A month spent entirely on autopilot, same desk, same commute, same evening, might leave you with a handful, if that. There's a second memory effect layered on top, and it's not about routine at all, it's about age itself. Decades of memory research find the same pattern again and again. Ask people for their most vivid, most tellable life memories, and they cluster overwhelmingly in the teenage and early 20s years, not childhood, not middle age. Psychologists call it the reminiscence bump. It's thought to be the period your brain is busiest working out who you are. There's an old saying about parenthood that captures this whole idea in 9 words, and it applies just as well to any stretch of routine, not just raising kids. So here's the puzzle inside the puzzle. If new, memorable time gets stamped in more detail, shouldn't a big, unfamiliar day feel like it's dragging while it's actually happening? Ask people mid-experience, and ask them again a year later, and you get 2 completely different answers. Take a genuinely new experience, a first trip to a city you've never seen. While it's happening, it tends to fly by. You're too busy noticing, deciding, reacting to check the clock. But ask about that same trip a year on, and it's flipped completely. It feels like it lasted far longer than it actually did. Now flip it. A dull commute, a meeting that goes nowhere. While it's happening, every slow minute gets noticed, and it drags. But ask about that same stretch a year later, and it shrunk to almost nothing, because there was barely anything to remember in the first place. So flying by was never one single feeling. It's 2 feelings, pulling in opposite directions, depending on whether you're living a moment or remembering it, and on whether that moment was new or routine. And here's the uncomfortable part. Most of adult life is built to be routine. Same route, same rooms, same rhythms, week after week. There's a third piece to this, right down at the level of biology. A 2019 study out of Duke University proposed that as brains age, the neural pathways carrying visual information get a little longer, a little less efficient, so the brain quite literally acquires new mental snapshots of the world more slowly than it used to. Run the same reel 10 seconds through a brain sampling fewer snapshots, and it will always feel like it went by quicker, the same trick as watching footage shot at a lower frame rate. So no, time itself hasn't sped up, it's exactly the length it's always been. What's changed is 3 things stacked on top of each other. Each year is a smaller slice of a longer life. Your brain files away far less of the routine stretches, and even at the level of raw perception, an older brain seems to sample the world just a little more slowly than a younger one did. You can't add a single day to the calendar, but you can add texture to the days you've already got, the new route home, the recipe you've never tried, the conversation with someone you'd normally just scroll past. None of it slows the clock down. It just gives your brain something worth keeping. And if this year still drags somewhere, a queue, a waiting room, a delayed flight, let it. That's one stretch of time you'll actually remember.